Hey there, people. Welcome to another gaming night, and we are playing Tiny Epic Galaxies from Gamelyn Games, designed by Scott Elms. That was really bad. Yeah.
Scott.
Let's just call him Scotty.
He's on first name terms with him.
Yeah.
So.
With me, I have Rob,
Hello.
all the way from... Where are you from, Rob?
I'm from Romsey in the south of England.
Cool. Martin's here too.
I'm from 5 minutes away.
We got Bon from the CCG.
And
Boardgame.
Don't forget
And I thought I was getting it right there as well. Okay, we're going to play Tiny Epic Galaxies. So we're going to give you a quick overview of the rules. Not enough to probably teach you the game, but just enough. On your turn, we have a couple of planets out here, and this is a dice chucking game. So on the first player's turn, he will take 4 of these dice and chuck them out in front of him. And they have different things. Obviously, being 6-sided dice, you have different array of options to choose from. You can gain a culture, gain energy. These are from where your ships are based onto the planet. So, for example, if you have 2 ships on 2 energy planets, which are these symbols over there, you will gain 2 energy. This one over here is a move. So you can move your ships, say, from your warp to a planet, or from one planet to another planet. You can also...
Can they go back home from there as well?
I don't... yeah, you would never. Once you utilize a planet, they automatically go back home. Okay. Then this is utilize colony action. Down here in our little empire sheets, we have 1 colony action available to us, which is we can spend either energy or culture to upgrade our civilization. This is what this little star here represents, and we'll move it up the track. The first one costs 2, either energy or culture, second one 3, and so on and so on. And as we upgrade, we gain better benefits. So, for example, this one shows you how many ships you will get. At these points, we get extra ships. This one tells you how many dice you get to roll in your turn. So the first upgrade will give us an extra dice. And these ones show victory points. And this over here is obviously shows us our resource track, and this is our warp, where our ships are ready to fly. And then these last 2 dice are basically advanced economy advanced economy and advanced diplomacy. And what you're trying to do is, you can see over there, like Rob was showing us now, that is trying to influence that planet. So if you use 2 advanced diplomacy actions, you can move it along like that, and then that planet goes into your tableau as part of your empire.
Yay.
It's worth 1 victory point, as it disappeared there.
It's back again.
And it has an ability which will go down in here, so you can utilize it in your colonies. On your turn, you roll 4 dice, and then you have 1 free re-roll. After that, you have to spend energy to re-roll dice. And once you've locked in an action, so for example, if I lock in the move action, then starting from table sequence, they all get the chance to spend a culture to follow that action, and then I get to do it. So if I want to move to a planet, Martin can spend a culture, and he can move one of his ships first, and so on and so on.
So to clarify that as well, as we've had this discussion already, essentially, Jason as first player choosing the dice declares the action, and then we would get the initiative on that action going round, and Jason essentially would go last doing it.
If we spend the
If we
culture,
spend the culture,
yeah. So it's pretty good to hold on to the culture for extra actions. As planets get resolved, we get new planets come out. There's also a currency converter over here. You can spend 2 dice to convert a 3rd dice into anything you want. We all have secret mission goals. There's a look at my one. So once someone reaches 21 victory points, the game will finish that round, and you then score up your extra points. The one with the most victory points is the winner. That's pretty simple. This is my copy of the game, which I kickstarted. Not any of these 3 have played this before. So you guys know what's going on?
No.
What could possibly go wrong?
Alright, so we're going to start off the game. We'll play a few rounds, and then we'll come back with the gameplay turn sort of halfway through the game. So we'll be back in a minute once I explain again to these monkeys.
Bye.
Alright, so we're back for the gameplay turn. We just need to make a quick a rules amendment.
After Jason showed the rule book to other people, we realised he was talking bollocks.
When we were talking about, when you can do an action, so Bond's going to be doing an actions in a minute, you can follow a person. And we were saying that the other people get to follow first, and then the person who rolled the dice. Well, I kind of misread that in the rules. What it is if there's a timing discrepancy, it goes to the left. Otherwise, the person who rolls the dice gets to go first.
Clue is in the name. Follow.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Right, so this is how we're looking points-wise. I've got a few planets. I'm on 8 points on planets, and then I've also got 3 points from my upgrading my technology. So I'm at 11, and I've got 6 dice to roll on my turn and 3 ships. That's what Martin's got.
I'm doing appallingly badly. Well, I'm heavily invested in a 7-point player over there.
And that's Rob's.
I got 13 in total, and I'm rolling 6 dice as well.
And this is Barnes.
I'm not doing so well. But look at that!
Is it be last?
No, it's rubbish.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so let's see.
Mine's,
Here we go. Lucky, 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 lucky.
cha-cha-cha-cha.
Tell you what, this is not a 40-minute game.
No, I think you're probably right.
It says on top. What does it say on top of it?
Okay, so what I'm going to do,
Accurate.
No.
I'm going to use a move dice.
3 to 4
I'm going to
hours.
lock in a move dice.
It says 30 minutes.
I'm going to move one of my ships onto this delicious planet over there.
Right, so now anyone
Oh, I
with
should get one
culture.
extra. Wink.
So now anyone with culture can follow Bonnie. I've got no culture, but Martin and Rob do.
So
Do you guys want to do a move action?
I do a little bit, I've got to be honest. If I follow and land on this planet, do I get to do that ability of
Yep.
setting an active die?
To the face of your choice.
And what does that mean?
Nothing. It won't do anything because you're not. It's not
Haven't
your.
got any yet.
Right. Okay. Good.
So I wouldn't bother going there if I was you.
I am going to follow, and I am going
So
to take off.
You spend a culture. It's flying from one planet.
I'm going to mate with Barney's ship. Do you wish to follow?
Not on that action, thank you, no.
Alright, Barn, what next next action want to do?
Man, that's a touch annoying, but it's all good, I suppose.
It's a chunk of burning love.
I'm going to re-roll. I get 1 re-roll.
You get 2 re-rolls.
No, 1 free reroll.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So what I'm now going to do... I'm going to use a move.
Any of you culture?
No, Isaac, where's he moving first?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
You got another ship in the warp.
Make the noise, make the noise.
He's got new stealth engines on his ships.
Can I go there with 2 ships, 2 different spots?
No, you can't. You can't go to the same planet.
Naughty shit.
Didn't even know that. Could he? No, you can't move that to it. can
No.
you? Yeah, I'm just saying.
There we go here.
Oh, I see.
What's good for the goose? I am then going to lock in an energy.
So you have 2 energy planets.
Yep.
So that's shown by these, essentially. So he generates energy for
1.
each one of those.
2.
Looking at energy.
I'm then going to lock in the
Colony,
forget what that
colony
dice is
action.
called. Colony.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hang on, let him do his first.
So you can either upgrade your.
I'm going to spend 5.
Wow.
Unlock that ship.
I'm gonna follow your energy action.
I take it you're not doing anything
1, 2, 3.
because Rob has 2 in his warp and then 1 down here.
I'm going to lock in this slunty house action. And shove
I will follow that, however.
that up.
I'll spend un culture.
So that's Martin out of culture.
That one at 1.
I'll move this to here.
And that is
Just wasted.
Jack Diddley.
All right. So now it comes to moi.
Do we hold it?
Yeah, just point it around. Okay, so I've got 6 dice to begin with.
This is what he looks like, by the way.
I needed some movement.
So he's got 2 ships in the warp. He's got 1 over on this energy planet here. Fairly well influenced, by the looks of it.
Okay. This is interesting. I'm going to use my free reroll just to reroll this one die, I think. Actually, I'm going to do these two.
Lots of move.
Okay. So, I am going to lock that in to move this up one.
I don't think anyone has any culture to follow, so okay.
Yeah. Uncultured heathens. So, that's going to go there and complete that planet. So my ship will come back to the warp.
And my useless one comes
Yep.
back to.
And then I get this planet into my tableau. So now I have 13 plus 3 is 16 points. 5 more points.
It's a touch worry.
Another planet comes out.
Culture! Everyone get it!
Spend 2 culture to advance. Right, good. Really useful.
Right, let's see. I'm going to do a move. Because all my ships are back here. And I've got nothing. So this one's going to fly off onto the culture planet. And then I will move it up one with that action. I will fly another ship. Where will it go to? I think I might go there. Set one inactive die to a face of your choice. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that to energy. Oh, culture, I mean. So, I've got 2 ships on 2 culture planets, so I gain 2 culture.
Nice.
And that is me done.
There is El Camera.
Thank you.
I don't know how many dice I've got. 6. Oi. Okay. Okay, first things first. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in that. Move that over there. So I'll win this planet.
What points are you on now?
I don't know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I've got 3 there. 14. So I'm not doing too well.
You're only 2 behind me.
Crux. Well, I am behind you though. I will. I think I'm going to gain some energy with that. I'll gain 1 from here, 1 from here.
I've got culture, by the way, but I'm not going to follow that. Because they would pay culture to get an energy.
I'm going to spend that to move this guy up, I think.
I'm going to follow that. So I'm going to spend 1 culture, which will move that guy up 1.
Yep. I'm going to grab a culture. Do there. I'll do that.
I'm going to follow that as well. So I'll spend 1 to gain 2.
Okay, and I'm going to reroll these. My free reroll now. Holy moly! I will lock in one of those to spend an energy to gain 2 culture. That's some tough decisions.
I think I might follow you, the utilize colonize action.
Okay.
Because I just want to check if I can do that. Because I've got an action here that says I can immediately upgrade my empire and spend energy and culture at the same time. So I can spend that 1. Let me give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't have enough.
I'm going to.
Oh no, I do have enough. Is that a 5? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend all my resources and upgrade my civilization 1 more time.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to spend energy and gain 2 culture.
Again, you
That
should.
is all she wrote. There you go.
Thank you very much. 6 dice.
Right,
Should have
Rob.
gone this one if you followed this turn.
Oh yeah, I followed you quite a few times there.
Yeah, I noticed.
I've got a bit of movement there, I've noticed.
Well, all your ships are back in your warp, so that'll be good.
Wow. Right, so I'm going to lock in a ship. Blunk. I'm going to use that to go that way. Blunk. I'm going to use my freebie roll.
You're going up one, are you? I'm going to spend a culture to follow that.
Okay. Wow. Oh, that's awful. I am then going to spend an energy. No, I'm going to lock in an energy. I get 1, 2, 3 for that. That gets me up to the max of 7. I'm going to use one of those. Another reroll.
More moves, more energy.
Oh no!
Well, you got some ships to move.
Use another energy.
Fair call.
Oh look, more.
It's telling you need to move, man.
So I'm going to lock that in. I'm going to advance. No, I'm not. I'm going to upgrade my empire. Blink to there. Cost me 5 energy.
Look, you got another ship that needs to move. You get that ship immediately.
Wonderful. And then I think, sadly, those two are redundant. I might.
What? You got 3 ships to move.
Yeah, but I only need that to get to 21. Right.
Yeah, but you could always.
So, let's see. Any number of spend 1 culture to move 2 of your ships. I'm going to culture, set 1 dice. That one's very good. Spend 2. Perform any 1 action.
You're already there though, so you can't go there.
Yeah.
What's that one?
If your empire level is the lowest, upgrade your empire for 1 less.
Yes, you could orbit there and set that dice to move at the track.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'll do something like that. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'll do.
I'll follow that.
Is that you out of culture? You got loads of culture.
I'm super cultured.
Aye. Here
Right,
we go.
that's a revolution, by the way.
It
Started
is, yeah.
hard.
Well, let's see. Actually, we'll stop there, and I can't see how that's going to change much, and then we'll come back to you when we're
Someone's
done.
going to win.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the game, and we've tallied up the points. And in last place with 20 points is Martin Coverley. Well done, Martin.
Thank you.
In third place is Barney with 21.
Hooray.
And second place is Rob with 22. So it's pretty close. 20, 21, 22. And then I won with 26 points. I completed my goal on the last actions of the game.
That gave you 6 more points.
Yeah.
By doing that, because you completed your goal and got your 3 there.
So 5 more points, yeah.
No.
Well, mine's only 2.
Oh, is it 2?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah, mine was 3.
So there we go. We finished the game. We got the results. So let's have a chat what we thought. This was obviously the first time these guys have played it. And it was a little longer than what the box says, mainly because we were filming and teaching and that sort of thing. But let's start with you, Martin. What did you think? Tiny Epic range?
Yeah, I think it's on a par with the first one, Tiny Epic
Kingdoms. Yeah.
I think it was that similar kind of feel. But it was alright, yeah, not bad. It definitely has a Roll for the Galaxy feel as well to it, but much more simple as well. Yeah, I quite liked it. It was decent.
Right, what would you give it out of 10?
I don't know. I'm going to have a think.
And you give it
whilst,
afterwards.
Yeah, whilst you chat to the others.
Well, Rob, what about you?
I quite liked it. I don't usually like dice worker placement type games and dice rolling action selection games, but I quite liked this one. I think, as we said during the playing, it needs a first player marker, really.
Yeah, that's an odd omission as well, because you have an equal number of turns.
I also thought, I know they're trying to minimise components, but it'd be cool if everybody had a board rather than passing this one round each time. I thought it was interesting that most of the planets had a different special ability as well, which was cool, although we didn't draw a lot of culture ones. It's kind of luck of the draw. Quite close at the end, which usually signifies quite a decent game. So
I mean, it felt pretty balanced, I think.
quite a bit longer than box it's first game for 3 of us, but it was definitely an hour rather than half an hour.
Yeah.
I thought it was decent. Maybe a 7 out of 10, something like that.
Okay, cool. How about you, Bon?
I thought it was average.
Really? That's fair enough.
Is that because you lost?
Well, he didn't come last. Martin did.
Second or third.
It was second runner-up.
No, I mean it's a dice chucker. It's okay. It's nice enough. The length is okay, and you can do a couple of different things, but you're limited by your dice. There's not that much interaction. You'll follow people or not, so that sort of leaves me a little bit cold. I prefer a little bit more player.
Well, we were also
interaction
a bit hamstrung because there wasn't many cultural planets.
But that wouldn't change the interaction between players.
Yeah, but it limited the following though.
The follow
because
mechanic's quite good though, I thought. Because it sort of forces a bit of interaction. It's alright.
I suppose you sort of keep half an eye out, but you're never going to stop what you're doing because someone's going to follow you. You're going to do what the hell you do.
It just happens.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly.
But sometimes you have to look if people are going to follow you because they could beat you to a planet or something like that. Like for example, if you're 2 behind on a planet and they only
yeah, you completed a planet or 2, didn't you, by following?
Yeah, I mean, I managed to get a VP when I wasn't going to get another turn from a scratch planet, but still, it's not like you affect that, or it's not going to affect what you do on your turn. So, I'd play it again. But I wouldn't buy it.
Nothing awful about it.
Yeah, I'd give it a stone average 5 out of 10.
5.
I think.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I thought about my score.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's better than a 5. I think I'd give it probably a 6.5. I think it was decent.
Yeah.
Decent. And I think if the length came down with multiple players, I think it's a solid filler.
Yeah, for me as well. I mean, I think. Do you want to say something more?
No, just one extra thing to add. I know it's a little bit controversial, but I much prefer it to Roll for the Galaxy.
Oh, really?
Much prefer it. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
That's crazy, Steve.
Well, for me, I keeping in mind what sort of package they're going for you. I mean, this is a sort of take in your pocket sort of game. They're trying to crunch as many components and mechanics into these little boxes. I think they're pretty solid. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I've liked all the Tiny Epic games. None of them are, as you say, pretty meaty. They won't go, oh my god, I need to play this, on a game night. But if someone pulls it out and wants to play, I'm more than happy to play them. Especially on a Sunday when we're playing with the family, these type of things. So these are pretty good for those type of games. For myself, I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10 as well. I think like Martin was right. It's sort of same sort of weight in terms of Tiny Epic Kingdoms, Tiny Epic Defenders. It's nothing special, but it's it's not terrible either. It's really solid, easy to learn, easy to play. You can. There's some interaction between the turns.
Yeah. I actually think Kingdoms might be a bit better at Tiny Epic Kingdoms, the first one.
Yeah.
I think it might be a bit better, to be honest, because you're not limited by the dice roll. Everything you do is
It's calculated.
what you want to do. Yeah, it's calculated. So I actually think it might be a bit better. Well, I know people prefer this, generally speaking. I think it's good, average, great. I think with the order the Tiny Epic games are coming. But no, I've only played that once. I played Tiny Epic Kingdoms a bit more.
I think there's more to this game as well. I think that doesn't feel like it. I'd like to play it again just to sort of muck about with strategies and things. Not a lot more, but it'd be enough for another couple of plays.
Well, I'm quite impressed at how much they pack a lot of game into these little boxes.
I actually think as well that the components are a bit small. I mean, if you think this is the size of the box, right? They could have actually made these boards almost the size of the box and done exactly what you said and put this strip on the bottom and this bit on the side and things like that. So you didn't need this at all. You could have just literally done it and passed it around, and everyone would have had their own board then. And
True.
It just seems a bit odd to.
And that could be a turn order thing then, couldn't it?
What the flying hell is that?
That's a solo player.
Oh, okay.
It also comes with an expansion, which we didn't use, which is the Satellites expansion. Obviously, Martin just showed you the solo player. It also plays up to 5, and
it's a lot in one box.
Yeah. There's more secret mission cards that you can choose from, because you get 2 at the beginning of the game, and then you have to choose one.
Do you feel the secret missions kind of steer your game?
I do, yeah. I do like secret mission games, especially with this type of game where it's kind of sandboxy. I do think secret missions are really important for this.
I could see in a close game that would determine the winner as well, wouldn't it? Whether you hit the secret mission or not.
I have found once or twice when I've played this that like because 21 signifies the end of the game, and then basically if two people get to 21 on the same turn, you're looking at basically whose mission card gives them the most points.
Well, I mean, I didn't score mine, and I was last with 20. If I'd have scored mine, I'd have been second on 23.
Do all of them give you 3 if you?
No,
complete?
mine's only got 2.
But that's because doing yours, you
Well, it's
get 8
easier.
from it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's our general overview of what we thought of Tiny Epic Kingdoms. I think it's a pretty solid game. Everyone agrees, maybe except Barn.
I think there's
there's
better stuff.
I'll
out
tell you
there
what,
for the time limit. And
he's
the
going to
value.
like Tiny Epic Western more.
Really?
Yes, because he's a big poker fan, and
But you,
there's
did,
a
you,
lot of
didn't,
poker
you
in
didn't
it.
back it though. Interesting.
No, I wouldn't back it. I don't believe in the product line.
Oh.
So,
What if they
No,
brought
because
out the
I just
best
think
game ever?
Well, if they did, I'd play it and I'd appreciate it, and that would be fantastic, and I'd wish everyone the very best of luck with it. But I just think there's, it's okay. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad game at all. I would play it again. I'd happily play it at a convention. I wouldn't buy it and I wouldn't choose it.
Actually, that's a good point. That's probably a really good convention game because you can pick up and play with strangers pretty quickly and easy, and you don't have to carry a shit ton of bags around.
He has his own dice tray.
Ooh!
What the fuck is the lid?
Sort of Pritt sticked in the inside of the box.
Okay, well that's us done. Yeah.